Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Anisa. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, ring the bell. Everything I will be linked to down below in the description. And let's get right into the video. So right now, all I'm doing is removing the shine from the inside of the tips. I've already matched them up. These are the Makartt coffin tips. And yes, these are the regular press-on tips. And I do use them for like the little Gel X method. I use them with the Beetles nail glue and they last just fine. Just know these are very, very, very flexible, especially if you're just using gel polish on them. So be very careful with that. But other than that, it should be fine. Now I'm going over the cuticle area, which for these Makartt ones, I kind of don't feel like you have to. These are the XXL ones also, but they are very thin, so that's why I was saying be careful because they're flexible. If you're doing press-ons, you're gonna wear them for like a day, fine, a week, fine, but everyday use might not go as well. And etching the inside of the tip is optional, but I like to do it because it helps with adhesion. Now I'm gonna be using the Beetles nail glue, and I'm just going to put a thin layer over my natural nail and then cure it for a full 60 seconds. I do have a peel off base coat on as well, so that's why my nails are already shiny. But you could just imagine it as base coat. So what you would do is remove the shine from your natural nail, push your cuticles back if you're going to do that, but you would push your cuticles back before you remove the shine. And then go ahead and do a layer of your dehydrator. It's optional. Primer is also optional. And then go ahead and do a layer of either base coat or the nail glue itself. I do base coat, then I go ahead and do a layer of the nail glue, and then I go ahead and apply the tips. But it just depends. Now I'm going in and actually applying the tips. As you saw, I put in a little blob, kind of spread it around on my nail before I made it go all the way down. And you don't want the glue gel to extend past your natural nail, so you don't need that much, only a little bit. And these nails do have a natural curve to them, just a slight curve. And I'm using the Melody Susie 2-in-1 nail lamp to go ahead and cure these nails on. Also, please excuse my right hand. I had it done with like full acrylics, and I was actually going to record a video of me doing it, but I never got the chance to do it. So by the time I did these nails, my nails were fully grown out and I had already started the process of removing them. So yes, maybe next time I'll record a video of me doing my right hand. So here's the nails all applied. All I did was cure them in my big lamp for a full 60 seconds. And there you can see there's a slight little curve. So now I'm going over the cuticle area with the sanding band. And you do not have to use the ceramic drill bit and the hand file and the sanding band on your cuticle area or across the nail. I chose to because some of the gel seeped out and some of it was getting picked up by the sanding band, but some of it was not. So that's why I had to use the ceramic bit. And I'm just not very good at using the hand file around my cuticle area. So that's why I stopped using that. So I'm just kind of showing you multiple ways you can do the same thing. Of course, on some of the parts where there is no gel there, it's sealing it pretty well. But you don't have to use all these methods. You can just pick one you like. You can use the Panda 5-in-1 drill bit, but I noticed it takes off a lot more than I'm used to. Even though I've been using it for a long time, I've noticed it's been taking off a ton of products and leaving deep grooves, so I've switched from using that. Only if I need to debulk, I will use the Panda 5-in-1. So yes, well, not even debulk, but take more product down, but not fully remove a nail. I would not fully remove a nail with the Panda 5-in-1 fine drill bit because it's just not good enough for that, because it's the wrong grit. So now I'm going in and reshaping the tips of the nail just to make it very sharp and get rid of that little pokey bit. That's where it's attached on the little stand from the manufacturer. So yeah, you don't have to file that right now. You could wait to the end because I am going to have to do another round of filing. This is just in case. And here I am showing you, you can take all the shine off with the hand file. But the method I recommend is the buffer because it leaves the light scratches it's supposed to. It doesn't leave any deep ones that might get shown in your polish. B, it removes the shine very well and very fast, and it doesn't strain your hand. Using the sanding band to cover such a large area can strain your hand, and trying to be very, very careful with the hand file can as well, and trying to get in those tighter areas. You don't have as much precision with it with the buffer. You don't have as much precision with it, but if you do hit your skin, it's not that bad. And like I said, it removes the shine very well, very, very fast, and it's incredibly easy. So there, the nails are all buffed. I'm going ahead and wiping them off with Cleanse by LGN. Now I'm going in with the fine ceramic drill bit to really get up all of that excess gel and make sure that the tip is laying flat and there's a clear distinction between my skin and the plastic tip. After that, I'm going to go ahead and wipe the nails down one more time. And now I'm going in with the Madam Glam base coat. You can use my discount code with Madam Glam. I'll link it on the screen. Well, not link it, but I'll leave it on the screen and then link it down below in the description with the instructions on different ways to use the code. So now all I'm doing is applying one thin layer, making sure the nail is fully coated. Like I said, these nails are thin, so the more product you apply to them, the more structure you can add. And that's amazing. Like some people even do like 2 to 3 layers of base coat, but I'm not feeling that necessary just because this is kind of just a design set that I can wear wherever I need to go somewhere and things like that. So if I was doing my press-ons, I would do it the same way. Now I'm using blush pink from Igel Beauty, and I got this in a mystery box from Nail to the Hustle. So if you want to see that video, I will link it in the cards. And yes, the base coat was cured for 30 seconds. This polish is also cured for 30 seconds as well. Then I will be going in with another color, which is kind of unnecessary. I can go in with 2 coats of this, but the other color is from Born Pretty and they no longer make that color. So as you can see, the undertones are slightly different. This one is more peachy and it has more color to it. So that's like the only difference. But as you can see, I'm doing like a wet layering method to where I added one thin wet layer. Then I took more of the polish and added more on top of that. And then you can kind of, you see how it's still very, very thin. That is how I do it without doing multiple coats in a timely manner. And I went ahead and cured that for a full 30 seconds. And now I'm wiping off the tacky layer because I am planning on doing some gel polish work, of course. So I forgot the name of this pink color, but it will be down below in the description. The white is from Creation, and all I'm doing is mixing it up to get a light pink. This was very unnecessary of me, but yeah, I did it anyways. I was just trying to do stuff. Like, I do all my sets freestyle, as you guys know, but I was really trying my hardest to try and do something different. And I got something different, but at the same time, I kind of did not have to mix this entire color because as you see in the thumbnail, it does get fully covered with reflective glitter. So mixing this color was very unnecessary, but yes, I'm gonna let you guys watch me do my French, and I will carve it out using acetone, not a lot, as well as a Natali Carmona cleanup brush. This is from Ivy Co. I forget which size it is. I'm pretty sure it's the 15 mm. And then this brush that I'm using right now is just a Makartt brush, and I like it for just applying gel polish. You're gonna see me do a lot of work with this loose reflective glitter. So all you have to do is add it to wet gel polish. Wherever the gel polish is wet or sticky, the gel polish will stick to. So that's why it's very important that I wiped off the base in the beginning, even though I did it for gel work mainly, because when I mess up, it's gonna make it easier to wipe it off of a wiped off surface, so it's not trying to grab hold to the gel polish. Also with the glitter, if all my nails were still sticky with the tacky layer, then the glitter would be trying to stick to everything in the nail. And I highly recommend doing it over the cap like that or back into the container like that, because you see how like the waste is very, very, very minimal. Like these pots of glitter are very small and they cost a lot of money. Don't waste your money. Do it in a very contained way. And yeah, I cured it for a full 30 seconds. You can cure it for 60 if you need to. But I just cured it until it stopped moving, which is 30 seconds. The Matte and Glam gel polish is a 30-second cure anyways. And then I went ahead and wiped it off with the fan brush. I just used a very gentle brush, and then I went ahead and wiped it off with some more of the LGN cleanse, just because it was not coming off of that area. But all I'm trying to do right now is an ombre, and it turned out very bad. And I tried to do an ombre on the pinky as well. That's why I kind of skipped over it, but I just added a ton of pink on the pinky and tried to blend it. And yeah, that's how I got what I got. But same thing with the white. I was just adding a ton of white, blending it back and forth, and it did not really work. On my middle finger, I tried to do the same thing, but I ended up going with a marble design, and you'll see how I do that in a little while. And also, you can cure this layer for 30 seconds or 60 seconds, and then go ahead and apply your next layer of white. As you can see, I wiped that other nail, well, the middle nail off. It kind of came off on its own. I went ahead and added a layer of Madame Glam base coat, and now I'm trying to marble the white and the pink on my palette, and I don't want the white to turn pink, so that's why I'm wiping it off in between. And of course, if you have a regular blooming gel, you do not have to do this, but you can do this with literally any clear. I prefer to do it with base coat. You guys have seen me do this method many times. As you can see, it is just spreading the gel polish out very, very well. I do have a blooming gel now, but the one I was using at the time, it dried out because I had it for like 2-3 years without using it. So using any clear gel, like I said, will work. But if you want a dedicated blooming gel, go ahead and buy one. I will be testing out the one from Beetles. Just know if you're doing all blooming gel nails, to do them one at a time. And I did end up carving it into a French. This was a lot lower than I expected. And also the little Chanel stickers you see in the back, I did try and do like a stamp out of it to try and make it look like airbrush. Did not work because the sticker would not stick down. And then I ended up putting Chanel stickers on this nail as well, the same nail that I tried to do the little stencil on. And the Chanel stickers would not stay down. Like I had to physically stick it down with a brush. I had to add a gel polish on top. It was just a mess. And of course, don't let your gel polish run and pool and get puffy like I'm doing it right now. Wipe it off before you cure, but I did not do that because I was just so frustrated that the nail did not turn out right the first time because I had tried to do another white, then I tried to do another pink, and then I tried to do like, okay, maybe let's just do it tie-dye, and it did not work. But I went ahead and added some purple glitter from Wet, and then I dipped it into the reflective glitter as well to try and throw some of that in there. And now I'm just kind of disperse it to make it look like it's veining a little bit, and then I'm going to cure it in the lamp. Now I'm doing a swirl design with the white as well as gold mine from Notpolish. And then I will go ahead and do some white that has some sugaring on it after I'm done with these two swirls. Pretty sure I removed the tacky layer off of the white and gold. Now I'm going in with another layer of the white. This time, after I get it the way I like it, I'm going to go ahead and leave it wet. That way the glitter can stick to those spots only. And before you start removing the glitter, you want to make sure the glitter is fully stuck down, because even if you do cure it for 60 seconds, sometimes it might not cure it all the way through. So if it doesn't cure it all the way through, then you're going to be removing patches of glitter and paint, and it's just not going to look good. And so I really do recommend top coating before you do all your sugaring, or you will have to trace around your sugaring. Now I'm doing a ombre nail, so I went ahead and added just a layer of base coat, and I added some glitter. Now I'm using the fan brush to go ahead and pull down some of the glitter, not all, just some, to give it a nice ombre. Of course, you kind of want it to be like your nude or your nail bed, and then the fade of glitter, and then the rest of the dense glitter. And you can of course change it up and make the density the way you like it, but this is just the way that I liked it, and it was kind of all I could do. I didn't want to press my luck because last time you guys saw I did do an ombre with my fan brush and it worked out fine. Then I tried to ombre on another nail and it was horrible. But then you have to be careful when you're doing the fan brush method, because once the fan brush gets paint on it or glitter on it, it just does not work properly. Now before I top coat, I'm going in and reshaping the nail, because I'll just be removing a ton of top coat if I start to reshape the nail. Now I will not be going over the surface of the nail due to the fact of the raw glitter is on there and there's no need to do it. All I'm doing is pulling in the sides to some of the nails and really just going over the tip and making sure it's nice and straight. And then, like I said, after I'm done with the shaping, I will go ahead and add my top coat. Well, I just looked at my footage and I realized I deleted the clip of me adding the top coat. So apparently I added it before I filed, which makes a little bit of sense. But I know I did not add it all over the ring fingernail, but every other nail I did add it except for over the glitter, like I said, because it'll give this like half look of like glitter and then like raw glitter, but then some of the glitter will be absorbed into the gel, so it just doesn't look good. So either encapsulate it or leave it raw. Like that's the two options. But now I'm going in with my LGN bling box and adding some AB bling, and I'm using the Madam Glam base coat to glue it on, just because I was being kind of lazy and didn't want to get out another glue. But if I do use another glue, like in with a brush tip, I'm using the LGN rubber base coat. Also flash curing the bling for 30 seconds, and then at the end I will give a full 60-second cure to make sure everything is fully cured. But just make sure it's cured enough to where you will not bump the stones out of place. Like if you touch it, it's not going to shift and slide and feel like gooey on the inside. You kind of want it to just be actually stuck. 'Stay tuned because I do have it to where the flash is on and the lights are off. Now I'm wiping the stones off because there might be some gel residue on top of them, or some like regular like air dry glue on top of them, because I used to use the air dry glue above my stones, which is a no-no now. As you can see, like I'm applying it above the box, but I never realized that some of it did drip in the box. So it did cover some of the stones in glue, even though I'd never used it before. So here is a good look at the nails. Just before I go in and apply my cuticle oil, I am using the Bombnails Rose Cuticle Oil. I hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, ring the bell. Everything I will link to be linked to down below in the description. Also, let me know, have you been seeing my YouTube shorts? If you're from my YouTube shorts, let me know down below in the comments. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.